Now from the home of the 2014 All-Star Game, a look at Target Field in Minneapolis. Today it's the second of this three-game series between the Chicago White Sox and the Minnesota Twins. It's Twins baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. And getting his final warm-up tosses in, the starter who they'll be up against, as you see his totals there on the right side of your screen.
For the White Sox, shortstop.
Harold, these Twins, as they take the field here this afternoon, they've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Well, Matt, it's always nice to play at home, and they got off on the right foot winning the first game of the series here, and they got a chance really to win this game and maybe even sweep this series. So the first one's an important game.
Takes this the other way to right. Maeda is there, and he makes the catch for the out. Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
You know, I'm really impressed with Yoan Moncada. He's having a solid year. With runners in scoring position, he's hitting over 300. That's not outstanding or anything, but he's consistent, and that's what I love watching about this guy. His game is so consistent.
And he gets under this one as the ball is skied into very shallow right. Under it is Dozier, and there are two away now. So striding in, Yoan Moncada. He's not among the league leaders in home runs, but his total does top this ball club.
Hey, get ahead right here.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Time to take a look at the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Mike Fillmore.
Well, Fillmore's the type of umpire. He's going to give you a little in some areas and take away the others. And what I mean by that, he's going to call a little wider on the corners, but up and down, he's going to take that away from you. He's cleverly
a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it.
Leading off for the White Sox.
A called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1. Here it comes. And a curveball that he didn't get on top of there. It's 1-1. And he pulled the string a bit too sharply there on a curveball as it's down around the shoe tops. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
All right, time for the majestic defensive alignment for the Twins. And I'm looking down there at second base at Brian Dozier. I love how this guy turns the pivot. He'll hang in there with the best of them, and he's got the arm strength to turn the tough one.
Now batting, Colby Rasmus. And there you see his righty-lefty splits and how they've played out so far this season. Ball one. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. And it'll remain 1-2 as this is fouled back right off the catcher's mask that time, as he may need a second to clear the cobwebs here. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. 3-2 now. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Payoff pitch one more time. Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
You know, this is the kind of location you can get away with when you throw your fastball like that. That's certainly not where he wanted it to end up. But when it's coming in that hot, it's tough for guys to put it in play, especially when they're protecting with 2 strikes.
Stepping into the box, Henry Almanzar. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Now the pitch. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Just a bit jumpy that time, swung on and missed. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. To 2-2 now. And he just misses with a curveball.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Into the windup and the pitch.
Leading off for the White Sox.
Belt high and right down the middle for a strike.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Rusney Castillo is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0. Aiming for that outside corner, but just missing 2-0.
Now that's a slider that's pretty easy to recognize. Started on the outside, you know it's going to continue to run off the plate. The one that's difficult is that one that starts in at you and still breaks over the plate.
Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but this will wind up foul as he runs the count full now. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4. He's set. Here it comes. Jake Peters comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. With the first baseman holding the runner on, it's always smart to pitch into the defense you have behind you.
Now another 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
I really liked it. He gave up nibbling out of the zone trying to get him to chase. That wasn't working, so he just reached back and fired a good old country hardball fastball right by him. No better feeling in the world when you're a pitcher than throwing a fastball right by a guy.
Tim Anderson is in for the second time here as he looks at one outside. It's 1-0. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1. And this is chopped foul near the plate, and the count will move to 1-2 now. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. White Sox leave 1. It remains. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Eduardo Nunez stands in as he looks at a cold strike. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone. 50th pitch of the game on its way. Yohan Moncada is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1. The White Sox are still looking to break into the hit column here. And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats.
That's a nice pitch right there. He threw him a breaking ball, comes back with the fastball, and now he's late. Now he doesn't know how to adjust. He's kind of caught in between. You got him set up perfectly.
So the breaking ball locked him up there. Yohan Moncada goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And a good effort as he's able to stick with it and get the third out of the inning. Down in order go the White Sox. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Colby Rasmus is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1. And there's ball 1 from the windup. The 1-1 pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Ready for another chance? Henry Almanzar. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Almanzar.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike.
Here we go now.
Ready on 1-2. Hit to third. Throw on to first. 2 gone. Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go, right there. A big goose egg in that hit column, worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. Digging in to try it again, Malik Smith comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Malik Smith
sends that one out of play for strike one. No runs, no hits, one error thus far for the White Sox. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
2 outs, 2 strikes, and we're in the 5th inning, and he's going.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. They're down by a touchdown, 7-0. Digging in for his second at bat, Rusney Castillo. He'll start things out now in the top half of the 6th.
Castillo.
No outs here. Hey, first pitch strike. Get ahead right here.
Cold strike at the letters, 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Oh, that's out.
Ball 1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Oh, that grounder got him. A throw to the plate. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely. Stepping in and ready for another shot,
right fielder,
Jake Peters.
And he's the reigning American League Player of the Month.
The 0-1 pitch. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this will land foul. Chopped foul over towards the dugout.
He's just fouling him off till he gets something he wants to hit.
Hit hard down the line, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2.
That's 4 foul balls in a row. He's battling, no doubt. This has turned into quite an at-bat. That's 5 foul balls. He's seeing a lot of pitches.
Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way you do it.
And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Boy, that fastball is just sizzling up there, 1-1. And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
The second for 1, but they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first. Striding in once again, Eduardo Nunez. 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Nunez.
Two outs here.
From the stretch. Late that time for a strike.
Everybody knows he's got that fastball that gets up at 100 miles an hour. You just have to be ready to swing.
Looking to punch him out again, the pitch. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there. You're down.
And he struck him out. So it might be time to begin the countdown as he's now gone through 6 innings without allowing a base hit. A man left. Digging in once again, Yohan Moncada. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1. And there's ball 2 now. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. And he strikes him out here. So that's out number 1 here in the 7th as he continues to keep him out of the hit column.
Man, they've really had his number so far in this series. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone.
Here's Matt Carpenter.
Up next
as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. No hits to this point. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2.
Matt, he's thrown 2 pitches right down the middle and got away with them. I don't think he should go back there again, but he's got to locate a little bit better if he wants to put him away. This guy's too good a hitter.
And that's a base hit. So the no-hit bid ends here in the 7th. They finally break through for their first hit of the ball game, so the no-hit bid will end right here. Colby Rasmus is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a ball outside. It's 1-0. Runner at first here, 1 man out. 1-1. And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
Hey, plays at 1 now.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And this is pulled foul as he was way out in front there. The 0-1 pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Maeda sprinting after it. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. White Sox leave 1. Malik Smith the next to hit. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Now another 0-2. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2.
Well, he's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, but it's not like he's walking a bunch of guys. Only 1 free pass to this point, but they're still making him work really hard.
Ready for another shot now. Rusney Castillo. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Hey, plays it first. Plays it first.
Into the windup and the pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball taken right down the middle. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats in left. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Kim's there for it. 2 down. Ready once again, Jake Peters. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Sent on the ground out to second. Dozier fields it cleanly. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Can't. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. 9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. And that's right there, and we're even at 1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Tapped down the line. That winds up foul. The 1-2 pitch. Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now. Now some action out in the Minnesota pen as it looks like both a lefty and a right-hander are up to throw. The windup and the 0-1. Boy, good fight on the slider, and it just missed inside. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Again, he sends it out of play. Again, a 1-2. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Maeda has it in his sights, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
And here's a ball hit in the air, but this will land untouched. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And that's taken for strike 2 as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon. And a swing and a miss as they definitely had him reaching for that one, and this ball game is over. 13-0, the convincing final score. The Minnesota Twins slugged their way to victory with 15 hits.
A coach acknowledges a pitcher on his recent spree of strikeouts. He's on a torrid pace. They'll see if he can keep it up.